Hello, this is RobotnikIsSexy, and this is a good old singles match that I found once again with the Pokemon Wi-Fi Battles group, and I'm fighting IceMann. He's got a pretty healthy looking team. He's got a Heatran, he's got the friggin' Hedgehog thing. Tentacruel's always good. Aerodactyl lead is kind of really predictable though. Gallade is good. Jolteon's fairly good. I mean, it's a fairly good team. It's definitely mixed here. And he specifically requested Overused, and there are my tie-dye shirt and thumbs up, and hey, let's start this. This is live recorded, and yeah, I felt it would be safe to lead with Jim Henson because I pretty much predicted that Aerodactyl would be the lead of choice and that I would outspeed with my Choice Scarf and break his Focus Sash with a U-turn. Now, if you don't understand what all that dogma means, then you probably shouldn't be watching this video. So yeah, gets off the Stealth Rocks. Would have been really funny if he used Ice Fang. He does the taunt, just being safe, really. I mean, Aerodactyl isn't really meant to be an offensive powerhouse, unless you teach it Hone Claws, and are completely insane. So he taunts me, doesn't really work out for him. I just Volt Switch on his face, almost knock over the camera, and then send out Mew, who is a beast. And this gives him switch advantage because he's Pokemon fainted. So I'm betting that Mew can pretty much take whoever he sends out. Ugh, excuse me. And there was a lot of communicating, please stand by, going on. And speaking of communicating, this match went off without a hitch. The last 10 or so matches I tried to have on Wi-Fi, I had like 10 disconnects. It was completely insane, but this one went perfectly. So that is a nice change. Now, he does not exactly have a bulky Heatran. I think it might be Choice Scarfed because he does not have leftovers. I think it's choiced in some way. Now he gets the Unlucky Burn. Doesn't really affect me that much. It's kind of a nuisance since he can't switch out and back in as easily or reliably without getting killed. Now he switches into Piss on this, which is his giant sea monster, who likes to scent up entry hazards and use Rapid Spin and stuff like that. Pretty much every Tentacruel is the same, unless you have like a Sword Dancing offensive sweeper and you're insane. So I switch out Mew, fearing the Rapid Spin straight away, but he just goes for Toxic Spikes, which is pretty good. Don't know if he predicted my switch or not. This fellow is pretty good at battling, so maybe, I don't know. So he's kind of stuck, and Zoidberg does a really great job at being Zoidberg. I curse whoever comes in on the switch, and it's his smiley face, the Hedgehog. And this is really great, because Zoidberg can actually survive a Seed Flare at this low health. And then I'll just, I'll just Pain Split. And if he doesn't attack me, I'll just Pain Split whoever comes in. So I'm actually forcing a switch by using Curse, which is pretty cool, because that Hedgehog can set up on me with Leech Seed and Substitute and all that junk. Now he switches into his near full health Gallade, and I get almost all my health back, which is pretty cool. And I believe in Gallade. I believe in the power of Gallade, but he should have probably seen the Will-O-Wisp coming because I am a Dusclops, so he basically let me Will-O-Wisp his guy, and I know he does not have a Lumberry since he's been munching on an Apple Core. I pretty much crippled his Gallade for the entire match with that burn, so that is pretty awesome. He goes into Behemoth a bit late, and I just Nightshaded a bunch. I think I Nightshaded like 3 times. I don't know. I do something like that. Uses Flamethrower. It hurts, I guess. It kind of hurts. I am yeah, nightshading. I believe I nightshade again. He switches out, which is alright. I nightshade his sea monster. Does a fair amount, and I believe I pain split. I pretty much torture his guys with this Pokemon, and it's really beautiful and wonderful, and it's quite the contrast to the match that I had in Battle 114, where Zoidberg just got crit and didn't get to do anything. And this is the contrast, where he is very healthy, and I'm like cursing and pain splitting and night shading everything, and it like pretty much wipes out his team. Like, I don't want to say Zoidberg sweeps, but he's pretty much crippling everybody with curses and will-o-wisps, and it's really beautiful. And yeah, take out Glade, he goes into a Jolteon, and I very happily pain split it because I think that I can survive a Thunderbolt unless it critical hits, which, knowing my luck, it probably will, but it doesn't, and I survive on 50 HP, and pain split it almost down to half health, which is pretty cool. And I'm just gonna let Zoidberg into die because I do not have any ground types at all, or special defensive Pokemon who are willing to take a electric attack. I could have switched into Hydreigon, but knowing my luck, again, I probably would have gotten paralyzed by Thunderbolt, and that would have been really bad, because he's one of my favorite revenge killers, and he needs his speed to operate. So I let Dusclops get slaughtered or fainted, whichever you choose, and I just U-turn on his guy, and but now he is free to Rapid Spin, which would matter if I hadn't crippled like half his team with Dusclops already. If there had been a way for him to deal with my Evolite Dusclops better, then the Rapid Spin would matter. I honestly had pretty much forgotten about the potential of Rapid Spin at this point in the match because I had a pretty strong lead already. Switch into Dirty Girl, he Rapid Spins, and I Hydro Pump. I was actually thinking that he would switch into his Volt Absorb Jolteon and get a lot of health back, predicting a Volt Switch, but he doesn't. So I Specs Hydro Pump, and he goes into his Grass Hedgehog, and yeah, I switch into Scissor, who quad resists grass attacks, and he uses Seed Flare, I believe. But we have to wait for that because the communicating and live recording. So it's going to happen. Whoa, it didn't happen. I was wrong. Okay, so he subs on my Switch, and I go into Jim Henson for some odd reason. I don't know. I really don't know why. I Fire Blast, and instead of using U-turn, probably should have used U-turn to break his sub, and then I would have, like, Steel Gem Bullet Punched him to death. Like, that would have been really awesome, but for some reason I decided to lock myself into Fire Blast. Not really it's not the mest move, and I forgot about his Heatran, so he's gonna do that. He's gonna switch into his Heatran, and Flash Fire, and Leech Seed. It's kind of, yeah, it's not good. So yes, Jim Henson is kind of in a pickle, but it's okay because his team is actually helping out my team secretly. When he put down his layer of Toxic Spikes, he is actually, like, powering up my Conkeldurr, which will happen later. But first, before that, I have to Death Fodder Mew because he's pretty much already done his thing that he does, which is attempt to use Stealth Rocks and stuff, which kind of failed because of Rapid Spin, but I don't know, it worked out for most of the battle, actually. So Mew gets burned alive, and that's okay, because I don't really need it anymore, and I'm a horrible person. Now I go into Bozo the Killer Clown, and I am poisoned, which is good. It makes my guts activate, which I think gives me 30% attack boost. I'm not really sure. It's lower than 50%, I'm pretty sure. I think. Don't actually know. So he goes into his grassy hedgehog and seed flares me, but because I have a little bit of special bulk, I can take it relatively well. Not really super well, but okay. And I drain its life away with Drain Punch, which is really nice. And yeah, I use Conkeldurr effectively instead of letting it get, like, earthquaked and stuff like I did in my other match. But yeah, that is pretty much the match, YouTube. And I will leave the link in the description for the place that I go to battle on Facebook, which I'm sure you've become familiar with by now, because I think my past 20 videos have been from that place. Or something silly like that. So, Conkeldurr sweep. Have a nice day. Have a good school year or something. I4O. Yay, things. Okay. Talk to you later, YouTube. Oh, do 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 do.